Good evening, Antoinette. Alright, so, I just watched the latest track from Gorillaz, and oh my god, I cannot wait for the whole album to drop. It sounds so much like the original Gorillaz. I think the singer that had it was Benjamin something or other, and I was kind of bummed I didn't hear the original Gorillaz singing, but it just, the tune, the sound of it, and yeah, there was a little bit of it, but it was more background noise, and it was just like, it's in tune with the Gorillaz that I remember. It's not some reboot Gorillaz, and I'm like, and the song's called Hallelujah Money, and it makes sense because it's politically motivated with the Trump inauguration. And it makes sense, it fits, it's great, it's such a great political piece. And it's still a great song that you can listen to no matter at what point, and it's, especially if you're a Gorillaz fan, it's going to be great. I have no idea what's playing on that TV behind me. It just looked like a good background. You can kind of see the computer, but not as well for some reason. Whatever. But anyway, also this kind of brings into another discussion that I want to try and bring on is, I don't know how, like Trump has caused so much controversy with him being the next president, with the way he is. Like, I'm going to say this is true. This is true no matter how his presidency goes. He is the first social media president. That is the easiest way to show how he's running the country. Because I saw something on Facebook the other day where the protesters in front of his building dropped that, like, stores in front, like one store dropped 12% business over the holidays. Some tweets he did, they dropped they dropped on the stock market because of him saying a mean tweet to somebody. It just, like, he uses social media and media in general more than any other president, I feel, in history, especially with how easy it is, because he's on Twitter. It is clear that he's on Twitter, and it's hilarious. It's like it's like the next 4 years is going to be a cartoon series with Beaver as a president. I don't know, like, cause I don't know why I was thinking Beaver, but I don't know. For some reason, when I think of his hair, I was thinking of a cartoon beaver that I remember from my childhood, but I don't remember what the hell it was. So I'm like, that's what I thought. I don't know. But anyway, it's like we're going to be in the United States of America, the TV series, and that's what it's going to be. America has become a TV series. And this is season whatever, and whether it's the last season, whether it's going to continue, we don't know. And I do feel like Trump could surprise people. I feel like he could surprise people and be a decent president. Whether or not he's going to be the worst president, I don't know. I definitely don't think he's going to be the best president we've ever had. I don't think he's going to be even close, but he has a chance not to be the worst. And if he is, we can impeach him. That is a thing. People keep forgetting about that. And people also forgetting about the fact that I think in 2 years we have a chance to replace a lot of seats in the Senate and the House. Look, do your research now, see who you want to keep, see who supports your ideas, see who you want to keep, because the problem is we focus so much on the presidency, we forget about the rest of the government and who actually runs the government. So vote there. If you don't like Trump as president, vote people that will support your things in the House and in the Senate to represent. Because without those, the president's essentially a figurehead. It's just like a CEO of a company. The CEO, 90% of the time, hardly does anything. Just look at Undercover Boss. I mean, they don't do much. They don't know how their company works. They don't know the internal things. Whereas the Senate and the House of Representatives are kind of like the board of directors. They know what they're doing to an extent, and they can try and organize stuff a little bit better. And if you have majority on this side that support things you don't like, and there's a bunch of people over here that are waiting to get elected that support you, try and vote them in. Don't have to keep these people. So this is what I'm like, you need to do your research. You need to do this. Even for the 2020 election, look at people who are prospects for president and vote who you want. Vote based upon your politics, not because you think someone's going to win, because they're better. They're the lesser of two evils. I did try voting because I didn't want Trump or Clinton so I voted Gary Johnson. I was half tempted to write in Bernie Sanders because he was the one I wanted, and if Ben Carson would have kept, I was going to vote for Ben Carson from the beginning if he would have gotten the nomination. But anyway, side rant over. But the Gorillaz song is just amazing. I love it. I love their music. They're great. Although odd side note, when I was little, the music videos, or one of the music videos, for some reason, scared the living shit out of me. I'll put a little clip to the exact scene in the video that scared the crap out of me. So I gotta find that here in a second. But it was so great. Benjamin, God, I cannot remember his last name. He fits the song. His look, he doesn't look bad, but he just looks so disturbed. He looks so skeletal. He looks, menacing. He looks creepy. He fits the song that he's singing. And I don't know if that was just makeup, if that's how he actually looks, because I don't think I've ever heard of him before until now. But he's just so great. Here's the song if you want to watch it and look at it, and it just, I cannot wait for the whole album to drop. I can tell you I'm going to buy this single once I have money. Hopefully if I have money. But I cannot wait for this album to drop. I can't wait. And for those of you who, because this is a political song, I had to talk a little bit about politics and why it's out there, because it is a political song from the sounds of it, in protest of Trump. Everything's in protest of Trump. I don't think he's going to be a great president. I highly doubt it. I don't like a lot of his policies that he wants to implement. I think he could surprise us. I think he can be I think he has the chance not to be the worst. I think he has a chance to prove America wrong. But there's just so much about him, so much about what he stands for, that I don't know if I could support, especially because, as much as I don't like PC culture, injecting a little shot into him every once in a while, like a flu shot, wouldn't hurt. Because he's just so vocal about everything. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but when you're the political figurehead of a country, it just, one thing my mom always taught me, and what teachers taught me going up through school, is whatever you put on social media stays there forever and will determine how other people look at you when you're applying for jobs, when you're doing something. So Trump doesn't seem to give two shits. He's a freaking billionaire with a TV show, and now he's president. He has nothing to worry about except for war from other countries, which I feel like a tweet the wrong way could easily turn into something more than we can handle. Not necessarily more than we can handle, but more than we bargained for. I think he needs to calm down. He needs to get somebody to review everything before he tweets it, or at least something, because he's impulsive. He's egotistical. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like he could be decent. I feel like he could surprise us. I keep saying this because I want it to happen. I want him not to be the president everybody, especially on the left, thinks he's going to be. Everyone on the right freaking loves him and is washing his feet. So it's just interesting to see what's going to happen, and how this is affected, and how it's going to affect American politics and how we run our country. Because I feel like no matter what happens, the Trump presidency will change America forever. The Trump presidency will make more people, especially of a younger generation, look at politics in a more meaningful fashion. Hopefully make them go out and vote. Hopefully make them research before they just besides looking at a commercial on TV. Because I think there were something like 16 different presidential candidates on the ballot. I think. It was more than 10, I know that. but yet 3 got majority of the votes. 2 of them definitely got majority of the vote. So, most of America, no, did not want to, most of the populace did not want a Trump presidency. But if you look at the map, if you look at the county map, most of the counties overall voted for Trump. And that's how the electoral system kind of works, and how it's like the electoral system worked kind of how it was supposed to work. It didn't give your flyover states more power. It just decreased, like, because a big city, like a city of 7 million people, does not represent an entire country. It represents that city and their viewpoints, and and something great for that city will not be the rest of America. Because the majority of America is basically rural and suburban America. And that seems to be most of the people that did vote for Trump. So, it's going to be interesting. It is going to be very interesting over the next 4 years. And I think one good thing that's going to come out of it is a review on our political system, a review on how we determine a good candidate, a review on the DNC and the RNC, and trying to get somebody who we think will run our country well. And this is just going to be interesting. I don't know what else to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like more political videos, click here. If you want to see something you might like, click there. Subscribe, feel free. Let me know what you guys think of the song. I will link that here somewhere. And thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think of Trump, and if you think he's going to be good, bad, or you're not sure. Didn't realize my camera stopped recording. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think of Trump, good, bad, in between, whatever. And I will see you guys later. Goodbye!
Hallelujah, mother!